Now let's look over some mathematical operations. Basic mathematical operations are here. A equal to numpy array. This is 5 valued array 1 2 3 4 5. Addition. A plus 1 will add 1 to each element. A minus 1 will subtract 1 from each element. A into 3. This is dot product. This will multiply 3 with each and every element. For cross product, you have to use np dot cross. So np dot cross, and you have to pass two arrays as an argument. So np dot cross x and y will print this cross product as an output. Division. This is array 1 2 3 4 5. After a divided by 2, you can see 0.5 1 1.5. So you can directly do division of each element. Now you have to add two arrays. So my first array is 1 2 3 4 5 and second is all ones. So my output will be now adding one element to each. So you can add any two array like this. Power operator. This will return an array of squaring each the element. So each element is now get squared. So 1 4 9 16 and 25 is an array which return using power operator. np.sqrt will square root of each element. So 1 1.41 1.73 and so on. So these are the basic mathematical operations you can use on your array directly. So no need to write a separate for loop code for doing each element. Just add like your variables and it will work on array also. Now min, max and sum. So a dot min will print the minimum element, a dot max will print the maximum element, and a dot sum will return the sum of all the elements. So here as shown, 1 is the minimum element, 5 is the maximum element, and 15 is the sum of all the elements. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 15. So sum is printed. Now this is one of the most important topic or point in NumPy arrays, axis. When it is specified x is equal to 0, then you have to consider the column, and when it is specified x is equal to 1, then you have to consider the row. We'll see one example to get it clear. So I have declared here 2D array with 10 elements. First I will print this array 1 2 3 4 5. Now I will sum with x is 0. So what it will return? So column wise sum, it will return array of column wise sum. So column wise sum 1 plus 6, you can see vertically here 1 plus 6, 2 plus 7, 3 plus 8, you can see here 4 plus 9, 5 plus 10. So it will return an array with 5 sum, that is 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Now x is equal to 1, that is row wise sum. So here two rows are there. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, this is first value 15, and second is 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. So it is 40. So x is equal to 1 and sum, it will return array of two values having sum of both the rows, and a dot sum, it will return sum of all the elements. Neither it will not return array, it will return a variable. So it is 55. Now sorting, this is very much interesting and very easy in NumPy array. So sorting, this is my array. Now I am sorting column wise. So x is equal to 0 will sort column wise. So when I will see column wise in column format, I will get my array sorted. So 151 sorted, 2172 sorted, and so on. But my row wise is not sorted. For that I have to use a dot sort, that will sort my array row wise and column wise both. Now second, a dot sort, here x is equal to 1. So it will sort my array in row wise format. So you can see 1 7 13 21 and 88, it is sorted, but it is not sure that always this is also sorted. Okay, so when I will use x is equal to 1, then it will sort row wise. A dot sort will return array, it will not return an array. So a dot sort is a function, it cannot return an array, it just sort your array. When you print your array, the sorted array will be displayed. So remember, a dot sort does not return any array. So a dot sort will return with row as well as column. So you can see here it is sorted in row format as well as in column format. Now it is very easy to do merge sort. You might have learned that algorithm of merge sort using recursion or not using recursion, heap sort, but it is very much easy in NumPy to merge sort. You have to write kind equal to merge sort. This is a simplest way. So a dot sort kind equal to merge sort, and it will sort using algorithm merge sort. You can check using that time and wait function. So you can see our difference between merge sort, heap sort according to time, but in output we cannot see a difference because all will sort a array in same format. So just because this is very important concept, so I have displayed in my tutorial. So for heap sort you have to just write kind equal to heap sort and it will sort your array in heap sort format. Now moving to next part, statistics. Very easy to use statistics in NumPy. np.mean, and you have to pass array. So 2.5 is the mean of array. Median is 2.5 because data is very small and continuous, so mean and median are same. Standard deviation np.std, it will return standard deviation, there is 1.1180. For log, np.log, np.log will take log of each element with base e, there is natural log, and to take log with base 10 you have to write np.log10. This will take log of each element with base 10. You can see log of 2 is 0.3010 and so on.